I woke up in a wilderness today. A place my mind could not remember, but my soul already knew. No longer searching for a steady breeze. There is soil on my skin and salt water in my blood. A descendant of God, I feel as if I am sunshine with a pulse. I bear my fertile flower from which humanity originates. Rivers of milk flow from me, and I watch as entire kingdoms bow. All the children are here, barefoot in the morning, and the dirt is rich with many treasures. Vamos a la playa, you are free to transcend. You are free to be creature, and you are free to bend.
Love and light, gods and goddesses. You are now tuned in to GoddessTalk Radio, where we inspire, educate, and motivate. I'm your host, Sister Oshun Bey, and when you're with me, it's good vibes only. I give thanks to you all for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the show. This is GoddessTalk Radio, and I'm Sister Oshun Bey.
Dedicated, not to America's top model, but to the natural girls right next door.
Yo, dude, it's affiliates, man. Pay attention.
How they saying, Avatar? I see you. This Hollywood world so pretentious. Every other girl got a perm or extensions, but you don't even really wear lipstick. Still your beauty is a natural mystic. Indigenous, strong cheekbone from your lineage. Not what the mainstream image is. Natural hair is your heritage, but to see it without chemicals is rare as the pyramids. I was coming from the gym again, bumping Tupac, never call you bitch again. She crossed the street, melanin glistening, felt the energy. Something about you so interesting. The prototype Eve from Genesis, ghetto empress, Nefertiti resemblance. So sweet, so street and genuine. Real black girl, I salute your existence. I can see us just kicking it, building an intimate friendship, more than just hitting it. Down to earth like greens and cornbread. She don't need no weaves or contacts. Not judging other girls that got that. I'm just saying you the truth, never doubt that. Cause you got that.
Not just on the surface, the skin that you're in. You're already perfect, they got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby. Beautiful girls come in all types of flavors. When you love yourself, it's always gonna be haters. They got nothing on you, baby. Just keep doing you, baby.
This is going out to my African queen. Dark skin, light skin, everything between. Looking so good when you step up on the scene. Smelling so sweet, so fresh and so clean. Even though we don't see you on the flat screen, ain't no doubt about what you got in them jeans. I don't mean denim, it's your family tree. Yeah, it's all about red, black, and that green. For Chianisa and for Lena, and for all the pretty little girls. Going out to my mama, my favorite woman, and for all the women in the world. No, they don't love you on the radio, and they try to play you in the video. But you so beautiful and natural. Oh.
Beauty's within, not just on the surface. The skin that you're in, you're already perfect. They got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby. Beautiful girls come in all types of flavors. When you love yourself, it's always gonna be haters. They got nothing on you, baby. Just keep doing you, baby.
All right, family, we are back. That was Dead Prayers with the Beauty Within. And we're going to hop right in today with a reading from Chapter 2 of From Bad Bitch to Goddess, Journey to Finding the Higher Self. And you know, on Goddess Talk, we always talking about healing and self-love. So today, our topic is going to be Goddess Law number 1, which is self-love is the highest and most important form of love. And Goddess Law number 1 is to love yourself. So we're going to get into chapter 2 from Bad Bitch to Goddess, and then we're going to go into chapter 1 from the Goddess Handbook. Chapter 2, The Making of a Bad Bitch. Dream seller, you sold the best dream. You had me hoping and believing that this was our season, but you lied, like most do. What can I do but protect myself from you? Dream seller. Hey, house arrest, TT said to the chocolate brother sitting on the concrete stoop of his building as we walked past on our way to the liquor store. He gave us a head nod and we continued on our way. You know him? I asked. No, I just see him sitting there with his bracelet on, so I call him house arrest. Oh, you like him? Bitch, please. You know romance crazy, she said. What the fuck does that mean? I replied. Bitch, if you like him, go for it. I'm straight. Bad, I replied. We didn't see him on the way back from the store, but TT said if I like him, go for it. She didn't know him and didn't care. So it was in my mind from that point, next time I saw him, I was going to say something if he didn't. It wasn't too long before I saw him again and we exchanged numbers. He was a fine brown brother. He was even more handsome than I remember him. He was a chocolate complexion, about 6 feet, with shoulder-length braids. He was muscular. I was walking to the store alone this time. I was more confident now. I was a big girl, but I was gorgeous. I carried my weight well. I was about 5'9" now, with full lips, almond-shaped eyes, and eyebrows like my father, and my mother's nose and skin tone. A day didn't pass before he called me and asked me to come chill with him. Being he couldn't go anywhere, and I thought he was handsome, I went to his aunt's apartment that day. Things moved pretty fast. Before I knew it, we were paying $200 a month for a room in his other aunt's apartment. We was on. We kind of had our own place. I could go and come as I pleased, and my man was fine. He was a hustler. Our relationship was great. I loved his family, and his daughter Anna was so sweet. I didn't even have a problem with his baby mama, being she had a new baby on him while he was locked up, and currently with the new baby daddy, why cause confusion? He didn't want her anyway. He would go to the low end every day to bust moves. He would always come back home with money and make sure I was good for the day. After we moved, he didn't want me on the low end anymore, but I was under dick control and didn't question it at all. He came home with food one day. I figured his other aunt cooked, so I went to grab a fork for him. He sat on the edge of the bed with his plate about to eat. I was coming in the room with the fork when I noticed the design on the plate. Where you get that from? I asked. TT made this, was his reply. How you get a plate from her? I stopped over before I came home. I saw her at the store. She told me she was cooking and gave me her address. He said, looking up from his plate. Is something going on with y'all? Why does Ho think it's okay for you to be in her crib? He looked at me again. Ain't shit going on. Ask her. So I called and asked what was up as he continued to eat. TT reassured me nothing went on, was going on, and again, that Rome would kill her. 2 days later, Blue came home from being in the streets all day. I had ran his bath water, and his food was on the table. I was laid waiting for him naked under the covers. I listened for his movements. I heard him walk to the bathroom and close the door. What the fuck? I heard him scream from the bathroom. Then heavy footsteps walking toward the bedroom. Who you been fucking? He yelled. I looked at him with confusion. What the hell are you talking about? I nearly never leave this crib. Bitch, you lying. I know you burnt me. You got me fucked up. I ain't burned shit. I ain't sleeping with nobody but you. Nah, bitch, you ain't shit. I should beat your ass. The fuck? He screamed. I jumped up and put my t-shirt and sweatpants on. You got me fucked up. I ain't do shit. Who you out here fucking? You bogus. I screamed through choked back tears and anger. It was a screaming match. No one could win. We had finally came down and came to an agreement just before his family came home. He would get tested first thing in the morning, and I'd go after my job interview. What was done, and no matter who did it, it was just done. That night, he slept on the couch. I couldn't sleep. I didn't know what to think or do. I just laid in darkness. When morning came, I was still upset, and so was he. He just knew I cheated on him, and I burned him. I even started to question myself. The interview didn't go so well. I wasn't feeling it. Everything was all bad. I made my way back into the city on the train and headed to the clinic. It was an all-day process, it seemed. After my exam, I waited for my results. When I was finally called back in to receive my results, the doctor had a puzzled look on her face. What made you come in today? She asked. My boyfriend, I think he burnt him. I think he burnt me, I replied, looking back at the floor. She chuckled a bit. Sweetheart, you don't have anything. Do you know what it is you've been exposed to? No, ma'am. He just went to the doctor today. All this came about last night. Can you call him and see what his results are? We may need to treat you. I pulled my phone out of my purse and called. He answered right away. So what happened? I said. They gave me a bunch of pills, some liquid, and a big-ass horse pill. What they say you have, though? I asked. Damn, babe, I don't even remember that shit. They gonna send the paperwork to the crib, though. You okay? Yes, waiting to be seen now, I lied. I'll talk to you later. Okay, babe, love you, he said. You too, I replied as I hung up the phone and began to cry. I cried because I questioned myself for a moment. I almost thought I had done something with someone else. How could he? And then blame me and curse me, and he was the one who was wrong? What do I do now? Where do I go? Should I leave him alone? All right, family, we're going to take a quick break. We're on chapter 2 of From Bad Bitch to Goddess, Journey to Finding the Higher Self. We'll be right back.
When I wake up, no makeup, half naked, I feel like I'm the shit. Pardon my language, but hang-ups do not define the kid. No, I'm not flawless, I'm scarred up and I'm fine with it. My body are the laundry list of all of life's unkindnesses, but I still sip tea and chant om and live free, cause hardships and heartbreaks turn to rap epiphanies. And mom told me stay woke, cause all gold ain't glistening. Choose your words wisely, cause the all-knowing's listening. But no worries, I'm Gucci, my thighs are little juicy, my dialogue little awkward, my idols still move me. My life is a movie, like Raheem and Mookie. I'm just trying to do the right thing, hope that it improves me. My bamboo's accustomed to me, you'll be soon accustomed to me. This tomorrow, I got royal hemoglobin coursing through me, and my strength is now inhuman. I get that straight from my own. Signed it silk from out the grill of yours and truly. You better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let her, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let her, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are. I ain't get here overnight. I was in that mirror like 4 or 5 times a week on my Malavies, reciting affirmations like holy rites, and I still don't know everything. But I guess confessions from 8 by 11s and studio sessions seem like it's only right. And trust me, this my therapy, fuck your couch. Finna murk all these Murphy types, funny styling me, shut your mouth. Touch me, I'm slaughtering crew, squads, goons, teams. The queen is coming to rule your region, coming for all of your answers, plus your house. I ain't always have it in me, no titles for pretending. I was 14 years old, forcing pills down my throat, so my baby fat diminished. Still got these scars from cutting my wrist when I thought the life was finished. Now they remind me what my lows look like, now I know the sky's the limit. Okay, never claim to be perfect, that's an impossible dream. I'm just saying that I'm worth it, that's the responsible thing. Spent half my life trying to find my life from outside sources, why the only voice that mattered came from me. You better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are. Go in, she too aggressive, that's too masculine. And her content a little too obsessive, just relax a bit. She say she got that's narcissistic, just the facts of it. Now I don't really F with female rappers, that's just sacrilege. Glad I learned early not to internalize every inca. Daddy told me with every opinion there comes a sphincter. And they would rather she them thoughts than popularize a thinker. Why them lying archetypes is chasing cat, I'm trying to sphinx her. Rap barrel, skin caramello, apparel, mainly vintage. Meryl composer, warriors, so every verse became a vintage. Went through too much hair to not be fine, but they still fading ignorance. So now I came to click my chest to with remaining interest. Baby, I'm a star without the flash frame of Fenty. Came out the doctor up the entire game upon my entry. Kept it 100, messed around and gained another century in this. Now I'm aiming to pop off till my mental chamber's empty. I'm unbothered, your standards is irrelevant. I might F around and rock a body, all this for the hell of it. They've been trying to martyr me for ages cause my melanin. So now I'm soaking UV rays with shaking slathered on my adamant. My dude, I'm magic, my game is goddess, my move is savage, that's game is Connie's my move and mountains, my range astonishing. Dangerous silence like rain and comets they blazing. Trails through planets all hell is kind of amazing. That's right, we'll call this self love. Discovered I was dope with endos like I'm scale drugs. And you could call me arrogant and that's gonna help love it. You trying to knock me down, your demolitions fell, bruh, fell, bruh, fell, bruh, fell. You better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you a star. You better be exactly who you are forever. Cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let up, cause you're so damn fine just the way you are.
The doctor put her hand on my shoulder and handed me a napkin. You okay? Yes, thank you, I replied as I wiped my tears. Since he's shown symptoms, have you had sexual contact with him? No, ma'am. Okay, we're not going to give you treatment, but come back in a week or two to get tested again. And no sex until you're tested again and his treatment is finished. Yes, ma'am, thank you, I said as I exited the examination room. I was angry. I called my cousin Red and told her about what was going on. She told me that TT was in the hospital with Rome because something was wrong with him. Red couldn't give me the whole story, so I called TT. Damn, bitch. Rome dick about to fall off too, huh? Yes, bitch. He got me sitting in the ER with him because it burned when he peed. After the plate incident, I no longer trusted TT. I thought it was funny that both her so-called baby's daddy and my man were burning at the same time. I thought it was funny how he didn't want me to hang with Red, TT, and Nikki anymore. But I didn't let on to my suspicions. Girl, I just came from the clinic myself. Thought blue ass got me. I was lucky though. A bitch all clean. Damn. Don't tell me blue ass was hot too. She tried to sound surprised. Yeah, girl, you better get tested too, just to be safe. Bitch, I been stop fucking wrong. That's just my baby daddy. No need for all that, I'm good, she boasted. I could literally feel her lies. They felt like bugs crawling all over me, but I had no proof, just some strange ass coincidences, I guess we'll call them. Before I went home, I needed a hug and to possibly get some advice from his side. I went to his aunt at work. She spotted me coming up the stairs and saw the drained look on my face. You okay? She asked with arms extended. I went in for the hug and she squeezed me tight. Blue almost burnt me. Her face was puzzled. So before she could ask, I explained that I thought he had sex with my friend, and I think it's her who burnt him. I explained that he got his symptoms within days of having sex with her, and then he blamed me when he got them. I told her my results were negative and that I had to go back just to be sure nothing popped up. Well, what did he get? He says he don't know, but he told me what they treated him with. She hugged me again and then went in. She told me that yes, he's her nephew and she loves him, but she's going to be honest with me. Girl, you young, you beautiful. Don't let no man mistreat you. I don't care who he is. You deserve better than a nigga that say that he care about you, having sex with your friend, and then to not even have the decency to protect you. Whatever you gonna do, you gonna do. Just don't be nobody's fool. I left her at work and made my way home. When I got there, he was asleep in bed, so I slept on the couch in the living room. The next morning, I didn't make breakfast or speak to him. I turned my head when he tried to kiss me. As far as he knew, we both was burning, and I was mad I couldn't blame him for it. Finally, the results had came. He wasn't home, so I opened them. It had been what felt like a week already. I was tight when I read these results. This nigga got caught with a 3-for-1. That's what he gets. I thought to myself, I had received a clean bill of health, and this nigga fucking my friends and getting burned. I acted as if everything was cool and nothing was wrong that night. He came in, showered, and went straight to bed. I hadn't told him his results came back yet. I waited until I was sure he was asleep. I tiptoed into the room as to not make a sound. I picked up the lamp off the dresser and busted him in the head with it. The lamp broke into pieces all over him. Pieces flew on the bed. Oh man, what the fuck? He shouted as he sat up on the bed, feeling the back of his head for blood. You nasty nigga, I screamed and threw the paperwork in his face. He moved in what seemed like one swift motion. My feet were dangling off the ground, and I couldn't breathe. His hands wrapped tightly around my neck. Bitch, don't act like you wasn't burning too. We don't know who did that shit, he said through gritted teeth. I ain't have shit, you bitch ass nigga. You're nasty as fuck. You fucked my friend and then tried to blame me, I said between breaths. You foul, I cried. He lowered me to the ground and removed his hands from my neck. Tears forming in my eyes, he turned away from my gaze. I'm sorry I burnt you. He took a deep breath and turned his back to me and said in a low voice, but I ain't do your friend though, and I don't want to hear about it no more. Whatever, I said and stormed out of the room. That night on the couch, I thought to myself, I couldn't be mad. It wasn't like I was going to pack my stuff and leave. I didn't want to go back to my grandmother's house, and my mom's place was out of the question. I had to suck it up. If I loved him and wanted to be with him, I had to forgive him and move forward, right? So I swallowed my pride and let my anger go. I cooked again for the first time in a week. Tonight we sit down and talk about our relationship, what we both wanted, and where we saw this heading. I needed to wrap my mind around everything. I needed to know the truth. Did he love me like he said he did? There was no way to really tell. So I guess whatever the results of tonight, I have to put my big girl panties on and move forward. When he came in, we sat down to dinner and hashed it out. He asked for forgiveness, and again he told me it wasn't TT. It was some chick he met at a party and he was drunk. In the pit of my stomach, I felt it wasn't true. But again, I had no proof. I had no choice but to let it go. For now. I made it to my next checkup that week and was again marked with a clean bill of health. Blue wasn't showing signs anymore, and he had been coming home at a decent hour every night and checking on me during the day. The day of my checkup would be the first night we slept in the bed, and I slept in the bed with him again. When he got home and saw I wasn't sleeping on the couch, he came in the bedroom to see if I was home. When he saw me sitting on the bed with my legs crossed in a skin-tight, sleeveless mini dress, he smiled, blew me a kiss, and headed straight to the shower. All right, y'all. We're going to end it there. You got to get the book to find out what else happens. The book is available at sisteroshunbey.life. That's sisteroshun.life. So I'm going to come at you with another song, and then we're going to go into Goddess Law number 1, Loving Yourself. We're going to talk a little bit about the book, and we're going to get right into it when we come back. All right, this is My Dysphoria by Nitty Scott.
Little one is go be the reina of the jungle. Mira mi tranquila vida riding down the Congo. Got that Eldorado when my mama do the mambo. I so aficionado while I'm banging on my bango. Little one is go be the reina of the jungle. Mira mi tranquila vida riding down the Congo. Got that Eldorado when my mama do the mambo. I so aficionado while I'm banging on my bango. Roll clean in the wind. Fly girl lean on scene in the bitch. Team full of queens, little gleam on the wrist. Feed up her jeans, shorty mean in the hips. She seen if it's lit, let her beam, let her twist. Wine to remind and she twerk to resist. Working it, worship the earth and a dip. Stolen from Africa, seeking a gift. 16 on the ship. Dreaming to the beat and drum of day. One with the sun, let it lead my way. La hija de la diaspora. La hija de la diaspora. Yeah, dreaming to the beat and drum of day. One with the sun, let it lead my way. La hija de la diaspora. La hija de la diaspora. Yeah. Sing. Little one is go be the reina of the jungle. Mira mi tranquila vida riding down the Congo. Got that Eldorado when my mama do the mambo. I so aficionado while I'm banging on my bango. Little one is go be the reina of the jungle. Mira mi tranquila vida riding down the Congo. Got that Eldorado when my mama do the mambo. I so aficionado while I'm banging on my bango. Freedom, my people, from here to Montego. Dale morena like this Puerto Rico. We go when we make it rain like El Nino. Got that sofrito, that primo, that negro. None of these hitters is fucking with me though. We so cool, we ride off in El Camino. We gon' be CEO, no need no Nat Geo. Got so much juice, they just call me Tampico. One with the sun, let it lead my way. La hija de la diáspora. La hija de la diáspora. Yeah, dreaming to the beat, let it come all day. One with the sun, let it lead my way. La hija de la diáspora. La hija de la diáspora. Yeah. Sing.
All right, and we are back, getting straight into the Goddess Handbook. Goddess Law number 1, the importance of loving yourself. Self-love is the highest and most important love. Back then, that story, the piece of the story that I just told you about, was a time when I did not love myself, I did not know myself, and I was looking for love outside of myself. Like, this guy just almost burnt me. And I'm thinking in my head, okay, well, I love him, and he probably slept with my friend, but I don't have any proof, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I don't want to go back to my mom's or to my grandma's. And I also had the option to go to New York with my dad. But I didn't want to do any of those things. So I just decided to stay in that situation. Why would I do that? When I should have left when he was burning, that should have been it. I should have loved myself enough to leave. But I didn't. You know, I can't say once a cheater, always a cheater. I'm not sure about all that. I don't know. People do change. I changed from who I was. So, I don't know. But at that point in my life, I should have left. Because he could have cheated again. Both of us were young. He had a daughter. In the end, he ended up going back with his baby mom. And I did a 5-year bid with him. He ended up getting locked up. And I held him down for 5 years, took his daughter to go see him, put money on his book, ran up phone bills, etc. And then when he got out, he went back to his baby mom. And that's okay. I'm not tripping. I'm not mad. But I should have left him way early on when I found out that he slept with my friend, when he almost burnt me, when those should have been the times that I left, when he had me choked up. Even though I did hit him with the lamp, I still should have left then. So, back to the reading of the Goddess Handbook. What is self-love? Self-love is the act of loving oneself. It is a regard for one's own well-being and happiness. As women, we tend to spread ourselves thin, be it family, friends, work, or our partner. Women are nurturing, giving, loving, and understanding by nature. We always want to help others, be it picking up a friend or family member, loaning someone money, cooking for your family, working, managing the duties of your household, taking care of children or elder family members, working multiple jobs, volunteering, doing favors for people, running errands. No matter the cause, many times we find ourselves overworked, overwhelmed, stressed out, and tired. Loving oneself is knowing that it's okay to say, "What about me?" It's okay to say no when asked to do something you don't want to or don't feel like doing. It's understanding that the only person you owe anything to is you. Loving oneself is acknowledgement, acceptance, and forgiveness of yourself, your flaws, and your past transgressions. In order to love yourself, you must learn yourself. And here are some questions that are in the book. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can grab the book yourself to get some of the questions. And also the book has a few resources to where you'll get the answers to these questions. For example, what does your name mean? There's a website that's listed here to actually go get not only the meaning of your name, but the numerical meaning of your name. Do you know your family/ancestral history? Have you discovered your purpose? What do you like to do? What makes you happy about yourself? What do you want to do with your life? If you could start a business, what could it be? What's stopping you from living your dreams? How do you overcome those obstacles? Do you know what your boundaries are? There are many more questions that you can ask about yourself. And knowing and acknowledging these things about yourself, who you are, your history, your likes and dislikes, and your purpose, you can begin to build a strong foundation to stand on. And then there's a quote here. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. Psalms 82, 6-8. Arise, goddess, and walk in your truth. You are made in the image and likeness of the Most High. You don't have to accept anything from anybody. You don't owe anyone anything. You don't have to be tired and stressed. You don't have to be in a relationship and feel alone. You don't have to bend or bow to anyone. You don't have to accept any form of abuse. People only do what you allow them to do. People respond to what you put out. If you respect yourself, others will respect you as well. Don't be afraid to command your respect. You create your own destiny, and whether you think you can or you think you can't, they're both right. Love yourself enough to be disciplined and not accept any old thing that anyone throws your way. Stand in your truth and on your values. Learn how to quickly end toxic relationships, and no matter the situation or person involved, don't be afraid to walk away, even if it means you have to start over from nothing. When you love yourself, you do not tolerate abuse of any kind. Recognize when you are being abused. See the red flags and stand on your boundaries early on in any relationship. In doing so, you will avoid a lot of hurt feelings, heartache, and maybe a few bumps and bruises. And then the book goes into giving different types of abuse, and I'm not going to go all the way into it. I'm just going to give the overall types of abuse. The first one being physical abuse. Physical abuse is an intentional and unwanted contact with you or something close to your body. Sometimes abusive behavior does not cause pain or even leave bruises, but it's still unhealthy. And then gives examples of physical abuse. Financial abuse and economic abuse. When one partner has control over the other's partner's finance, money, or economic resources, which causes the victim to depend solely on the abuser. Financial abuse is one of the most powerful forms of abuse. It keeps the victim trapped due to victims' concern about their ability to provide for themselves and their children. And then we have verbal and emotional abuse. Verbal abuse. Verbal interaction that causes a person emotional harm that leaves the victim questioning who they are. The victim may be left feeling stupid, inadequate, or worthless. Love yourself enough to say no. Love yourself enough to know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, then take the time to get to know yourself. Love yourself enough to follow your dreams. Love yourself enough to walk in your truth. Be good to others, but especially be good to you. Your choices aren't just your choices. The way you are seen treating yourself will affect future generations. Your children witness what you endure. It can cause them to be stressed, have pain, and it can cause trauma. It is also teaching them what behavior to accept and what is and is not okay in their own relationships. If your children witness you being abused, mistreated, or lacking in self-love, it is more than likely they will experience what they have witnessed in their own lives. Is that something you want for them? Create a safety plan, save money, and get yourself and your children away from abusive and toxic situations. Love yourself enough to just be you. And with that, I think that we're going to play Cyrock Forever before we get on out of here. So peace and love. I hope you enjoyed the show. I leave you as I came. Abundant love and light to you all. I'm out. This is Sister Oshun Bey, and you have witnessed GoddessTalk.
When I wake up, no makeup, half naked, I feel like I'm the shit. Pardon my language, but hang-ups do not define the kid. No, I'm not flawless, I'm scarred up and I'm fine with it. My body are the laundry list of all of life's unkindnesses, but I still sip tea and chant om and live free, cause hardships and heartbreaks turn to rap epiphanies. And mom told me stay woke, cause all gold ain't glistening. Choose your words wisely, cause the all-knowing's listening. But no worries, I'm Gucci, my thighs are little juicy, my dialogue little awkward, my idols still move me. My life is a movie, like Raheem and Mookie. I'm just trying to do the right thing, hope that it improves me. My bamboo's accustomed to me, you'll be soon accustomed to me. This tomorrow, I got royal hemoglobin coursing through me, and my strength is now inhuman. I get that straight from my own, signed it silver mouth, the grill of yours and truly. You better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let her, cause you sure damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let her, cause you sure damn fine just the way you are. I ain't get here overnight. I was in that mirror like 4 or 5 times a week on my Malabies, reciting affirmations like holy rites, and I still don't know everything. But I guess confessions from 8 by 11s and studio sessions seem like it's only right. And trust me, this my therapy, fuck your couch. Finna murk all these Murphy types, funny styling me, shut your mouth. Touch me, I'm slaughtering crews, squads, goons, teams. The queen is coming to rule your region, coming for all of your asses, plus your house. I ain't always have it in me, no time is for pretending. I was 14 years old, forcing pills down my throat, so my baby fat diminished. Still got these scars from cutting my wrist when I thought the life was finished. Now they remind me what my lows look like, now I know the sky's the limit. Okay, never claim to be perfect, that's an impossible dream. I'm just saying that I'm worth it, that's the responsible thing. Spent half my life trying to find my life from outside sources, why the only voice that mattered came from me. You better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let her, cause you sure damn fine just the way you better shine on them, baby, you're a star. You better be exactly who you are forever, cause they gon' try and change your heart. Don't let her, cause you sure damn fine just the way you are. Go in, she too aggressive, that's too masculine, and her content a little too obsessive, just relax a bit. She say she got that's narcissistic, just the facts of it. Now I don't really F with female rappers, that's just sacrilege. Glad I learned early not to internalize every income. Daddy told me with every opinion there comes a sphincter, and they would rather she them thoughts than popularize a thinker. Why them lying archetypes is chasing cat, I'm trying to sphinx her. Rap barrel, skin caramello, apparel, mainly vintage. Meryl composer, warrior, so every verse became a vintage. Went through too much hair to not be fine, but they still feigning ignorance. So now I came to click my just do it, remaining interest. Baby, I'm a star without the flash frame of Fenty. Came out the doctor up the entire game upon my entry. Kept it 100, messed around and gained another century in this. Now I'm aimed to pop off till my mental chamber's empty. I'm unbothered, your standards is irrelevant. I might F around and rock a body, all this for the hell of it. They've been trying to martyr me for ages cause my melanin. So now I'm soaking UV rays with shaking slathered on my adamant. My dude, I'm magic, my game is goddess, my move is savage, that's game is Connie's my move and mountains, my range astonishing, dangerous, silence like rain and comets they blazing. Trails through planets all hell is kind of amazing. That's right, we'll call